Oh, now what? Hey, thanks for dropping by. I got an interesting problem here. Thanks for dropping by at Can't Let Her Die DIY. If you found this channel, you probably have a Chevy Colorado or a GMC Canyon, or you're just a general YouTuber, and that's all good. We love to have you. And geez, what is going on with this truck? I parked it the other day. I got out and closed the door, and I was walking across the parking lot, and just the oddest thing hit me. Something's wrong. I looked back, and the radio's still playing in my truck, even though the key is out, the door is shut. The radio's still playing. It's going to burn down my battery. I'm going to have to buy a new battery. You know, I'm going to be stranded. So anyway, I went back and I opened the door a couple times and slammed it hard, and it shut off, so it was good. And then about a week later, it did it again, and I barely caught it. Now I know the kids drive this truck, and if I'm barely catching it, the kids are not going to catch it. They're going to, and you know, my battery's going to get worn down. They're going to get stranded, all that stuff. So what is going on with that? Do you know what that is all about? Is it the body control module? Is it a broken wire? What is it, shorting out? What the heck is going on? I'll tell you what we should do. Why don't you go back, throw on some old clothes? We're probably going to get dirty checking this out. Meet me back here 5 minutes. I'll put on some old clothes. We'll see what the heck is going on. Hey, this is a 2005 Chevy Colorado, and the year's 2020 now, so it's 15 years old. It's in its 15th year. So I'm thinking, as I'm throwing on the old clothes, I'm thinking, geez, what part could fail that cause this issue? And I'm thinking, geez, maybe it's that door sensor, the door ajar sensor, because you know, 15 years. I use this truck every day, going to work, and then after I use it every day. I figure a minimum I open or close that door, this driver's side door, 12 times a day. And that's probably conservative. It's probably more than that. But if we take 12 times 65 days in a year times 15 years, we're looking at 65,000 times I either open or shut that door. So I'm thinking that sensor's got to give out at some point. Let's find that sensor. Hopefully it's that, because that seems to be an easy, cheap repair, and that's what I'm all about, cheap repairs. So cross your fingers. Let's go in, see what's going on. Now I think the sensor's in the corner here. And I can't see any sensor in there. Sometimes they're right here. It's not there. Ah, right here, look at this. That's, oh, hold it, that's loose. That is loose. Well, that might be it. That would be awesome if that's all it is. I'm going to tighten that up and see what happens. It's a plastic switch. No, hold it now. It doesn't take that. It is, that looks like a Torx screw. Torx. Why would GM put a Torx screw on there? They were usually, they're like a security screw. Not a lot of people would have a Torx screwdriver. I guess maybe that's it. Yeah, that's what it is. So that's a T15 Torx. Some people call it a star. You know what? Instead of tightening up this, we're going to take it off and put some thread lock on it. If it loosened up once, it's probably going to loosen up a lot more from now on. A lot easier. So let's put some thread lock on it. That's like a wax-based substance that stops screws from jiggling and loosening up on their own. Let's throw that on there. This is a thread lock, thread locker blue. So that's the medium strength. So you can get full strength stuff that it just does not come off. But I'm always leery to put that on because you may have to get it off someday. The switch may break and you may have to replace it. So I go with the medium. But this would last you forever. So it's kind of nice to have. Just a little bit should do it. I think it's like wax, really. Just kind of hardens up and causes it not to back out. I don't know if that Torx T15 Torx screw came out. Can you get that on the camera? It's that star pattern. Can you see that? That's what it takes. So why would they put that there? Is that so that you have to go and get service done? You have to take it to the dealership to get it done? Come on. That's pretty bad. And that shit, I hope this fixes it. That would be nice. I think so. Usually when you find something loose like that. Now that's plastic, so don't over tighten that. Gee, that looks like a chintzy. Not a very good thing. You know what? If that's loose, I wonder if the other one's loose on the other doors. Let's go take it. When I took a look, I was surprised to see it looks nothing like mine on the driver's side. Check this out. So that is probably what yours looks like. It's rubber, and so this kind of rests against the door that provides that rubber base, and the switch is in there. So, put down my tools here. It's got a boot around it. And there's our switch. And guess what? This one is loose. Not as loose as the other one, but that is backed out. So there you go. Good thing to take a look at these. So apparently I have lost this. Now oh, it's cut. It's got a little split in it. So that's what it looks like after 15 years. It's got a little split. You know what? I'm going to go down to the junkyard. See if I can get some of these off a used Colorado and get them on there. Not over tighten, and I want to put that boot back on, so it just kind of fits right in there on that edge, sort of like that. But I did lose the other one, so I'm going to put a little bit of CO, it's like a glue. It's good for gas or oil, so I'm going to put a little bit of that on there, make sure this stays. If I can get it off. If I can get the cover off. I'll be right back. Oh my gosh, that's tight. Just a little dab will do you. And maybe this is dielectric grease. It's like, I use it for undercoating as well. It's like an oil, but it's good for electronics. And it's just going to prevent any water from getting in there and corroding the wires, electronics, the connections. So it's good for that. That seal all will keep this boot on, I'm quite sure. A little bit, so in case I need to get it off, I can. But it's going to give it extra stickability, extra adhesion. I think that's on. Sort of like that. Right. Now if I can find a new boot down at the junkyard there, off a used vehicle that doesn't have a slit in it, if I can find two of them, I need one for the driver's side, and I'll replace this if I can find one, but depends on how much they're going to charge you for that stuff. Usually they don't care about that sort of thing, so maybe you can get a good one down there. I don't need a new one of those, but we'll see what I can get. I'll be back, I'll let you guys know. So far so good. I've got a good feeling this is going to fix this. This is the problem. So, hey, I just got back from the local junkyard, or apparently automobile recycler technicians, as they're quick to remind me. They like to be called. And apparently those technicians don't work on a Saturday, so there's no getting the boot today. But you know, I'm pretty confident that we fixed it here. It seems to be working right. And you know, I wasn't even gonna make a YouTube video out of this because it's such an easy repair. I mean, just tightening a screw. But you know what? It's important. It's easy to miss, and I think that's what's important about this channel. Like, I got over 400,000 kilometers on this truck, 15 years. I've driven it every day through storms, every day through the winter and summer. And you know, when parts start to fail, they're going to fail. Most likely they'll fail on me first, and you most likely have less kilometers than that, or mileage. So you can see by tuning into this channel, you'll be able to get the heads up, and you can see what most likely will happen to your Colorado or GMC Canyon. So and if you don't catch this, if you don't know about this, it's very easy to be stranded or think it's a bigger issue. Take it into the dealership there, and they replace the BCM because it's acting up, when really it's just all you need to do is tighten up a screw on the door ajar sensor. Make sure it, and maybe replace a boot after 15 years. So that's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this to try to help people out. I'm not sponsored by any products or anything. There's no sponsors here. But it's kind of fun to help people out, and we're all in this together. And you know, you got this. Can't let her die, DIY. You got this, and we got fresh snow. Woohoo!